Hello, YouTube world. This is video blog day 2. We won't have another phrase today because that's a weekly thing. That'll happen every Tuesday, I guess. Yes. So every Tuesday. And then okay, so there are a few things that need to happen today. First of all, some people have never heard the bike story from last summer, so we're gonna make that happen, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about something that I want to talk about. Okay, so let's start with the bike story. This is just really funny. Okay, so last summer I was here pretty much alone in Baton Rouge, like all summer. It was just me in my apartment, and I was really alone. And so I decided that I was going to get into shape, and I was going to do that by riding my bike around the lakes every day. So the first day that I went like right after my classes, which is like in the middle of the day, in the middle of the like complete and utter hot. And that was just a really bad idea. It was really hot, and doing like 6 or 7 miles between like riding from my apartment to the lake, around the lake, and then back in like 100-degree heat was just no go for my asthma and stuff. So the next day I decided that I was going to do it around dusk-ish time. So I go at 7:30-ish as opposed to like 2:30-ish. And well, the lakes are hopping at 7:30 during the summer. And like there are just people everywhere. So first rule of life when you enter high school at Dominican, that good old DDDHS, is that you learn to walk on the right side of the hall. And if you do not walk on the right side of the hall, you get run over, and upperclassmen get really furious with you. So you learn real quick that you stay the right side of the hall. I mean, it's just how life works, like you drive on the right side of the road, you stay the right side of the hall, you open the right side door, and yeah, it's just, I thought that this was a universal kind of thing, or at least an American kind of thing. So I'm riding my bike on the right side, and I'm going along, doing good, and I get to a curve in the road, and all of a sudden there is this big, huge, buff, black guy, and no, it was not Blaine. Yes, so big, huge, buff, black guy. And so we kind of do like one of these motions, and we're like, oh no, this is about to happen. And we run into each other. I tried to avoid him. He ran into me just as much as I ran into him. And he was in the wrong because he was on the wrong side of the road. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But as luck would have it, I was the one who got hurt. He punched me in the face. And I had a black eye for like 3 weeks. So that happened, really, for real. And like I was in physics at the time, and they were like, yeah, like laws of momentum and physics and stuff like that. And like literally this happened like the next day in physics, this example was given. If a biker hits a runner, more damage is going to be inflicted upon the runner than the biker. Not so. Not in my life. I defy the laws of physics. So I hope that you were entertained by that. Okay, so what I want to talk about right now is the fact that like God is so freaking awesome. Okay, so today's the feast of St. John Vianney, and that's really legit. And today I was in Mass, and like a bunch of my friends are going to seminary in the fall, and I was like, yay, priest, I'm so excited about it. It's really awesome. But I'm praying, and all of a sudden my friend Jacob, like who I haven't seen in forever, like pops into my mind. And I'm just like, Jacob and the priesthood? Wow, I never even thought of that. But like that's cool. Hey, St. John Vianney, let's pray for Jacob right fast. And then I walk out of Mass and Jacob just happened to be in Mass. Like I haven't seen Jacob in like 6 months. And he comes up to me and I'm like, hey, what's going on in your life? And he was like, oh, did you hear I'm going into the seminary in the fall? And I'm like, no freaking way. You would not believe that in Mass just now I was just praying to St. John Vianney about you. Craziness. God, the Spirit moves. Anyways, so that's really legit. And then we started just talking about how like the Catholic Church needs to just get it together and we need to be holier. And so I'm brought back to this whole like, I want to be a good woman and I want to pray for and help men to be good men. And I've always thought that like that was really a mission of mine, just like to be a good woman and to like do anything I can to help men be good men because like our world needs good men so badly. And like Rod Gurnon once said, like, when he was speaking to us, that, like, our loss of femininity will lead to, like, the destruction of the world. But, like, I think the loss of masculinity is going to lead to the destruction of the world just as much. And we're moving towards the middle. And, like, that's not a good thing. So yeah, just like I want to be a good woman and I want to live out femininity, and that's kind of been like my theme of the week. Jordan and I gave a talk on to St. George Youth Group about it on Monday, and it's just kept on presenting itself. And I just want to be a good woman and a holy wife and mother if that's what I'm called to, and I just want men to be good men and to be holy priests and holy fathers and holy husbands. Yeah. So, and this is all like TOB. It rules my life. I'm so excited about this project. I can't even explain it to you. And I know like it's gonna be difficult. And Satan hates it, but he can drink the poison himself because it's gonna rock, and we're gonna change the world with this line of thinking, And like if we just all decide to be good men and women and holy and strive for holiness, like this is all about, and we can change each other's lives, and I'm so excited about it. And like I know that that's truth because like all it took was like one good man to change my life and make me strive for holiness that much more and strive to be a better woman. And like same thing for him, like all it took was one woman's example to change his life, and that's a big deal. And I'm so like happy to have like been exposed to that and like to see TOB working, and like that's why I believe in it, because I've seen it and it's legit. Yeah, strive for holiness. I'm doing it. All the cool kids are too. It's gonna be great. So whatever we're called to holiness. And if we live that holiness, more people are going to get it. And that's what it's all about. Like we desire this. And we desire this truth. And I'm excited to bring it to the world. All right. That's my crazy ramble of the day. Just saying. Love you all. Toodles.